Hey guys, this video is to talk a little bit about wizard generated home programs and custom programs. Alrighty, what I have here is a simple XYZ router setup, and let's go in the homing and travel page, and I have selected that the wizard is going to automatically generate a home program, and we're going to set up for automatic homing, and then we're going to tell it which direction and which sequence. So right now we're homing out using M92s in the positive direction for all axes. I have home all set to input 1, which is a great way to save on inputs. Works really well. I have 3 proximity, normally closed NPN proximity switches wired in series. They're the ones that we recommend on the website. And all I got to do is hit rate settings of CNC control, and the wizard will automatically configure CNC 12 and then create a home program. Let's go look at that home program. And there it is right there. Let's open that. So when I hit cycle start right now to home out, it was going to issue an M92 for the Z-axis, which will move in the positive direction until it hits a switch. It will look for the input on input number 1, back off that switch, and to clear it, and then set home at that position. That's what the M26 is, and then does the exact same things for Y and X. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do it. I'll just hit reset home, and I'm going to trigger the switch. Here we go. Now it's seeking out in the positive direction for Y. Trigger the switch, it backs off, sets home. Trigger the X switch, backs off, sets home. Done. Works great. Now you can change the order, the configuration for all kinds of different ways there in the wizard. Now for applications where you need something special, a home program special that one of the wizard generated ones won't work, there's a number of situations that require that. And the beauty of this is this home program is completely editable. It's just a text file. It's just a G-code file, really. So one of the things that y'all discovered is if you decide to change the direction in the custom home program but don't do it in the wizard, then hey, it just goes right by the switch. Well, I'll show you why. So as you discovered in the wizard, if you have to make the homing and travel selection here, the direction match what you're doing in your custom home program. So if you're using an M91 on the X-axis, you got to change this to M91 so that it matches your custom program. And I'll tell you why, because this table here is doing more than just generating that home program right here. So you can see this home program match. This was previously on that. This home program match this right here. So the wizard is using this information to create this home program, absolutely, but it's also doing something else. And I'm going to show you what it's doing. Let's go check it out. I'm going to go back to CNC 12. I'm going to go into Setup, Config, type in 137. Go into machine and motor, and there's a table over here, a home and a limit table. And let's look at this and think about this for a second. So we have a home minus column and a home plus column, and there's a bunch of ones in the home plus column. What's going on here is, since I have all these set to M92, the wizard has put a 1 in for the positive home direction for each of the axes. Well, what is that 1? The 1 is the input number, and that's the input number that home all is defined to. Home all is on input 1. So what this is telling CNC 12 is when you home out the X-axis in the positive direction using an M92, by putting a 1 in here, I'm telling CNC 12 to look for input 1 with that M92. And then do the same thing for Y and Z. So if you made a custom home program and you switch to M91, what you need to do is come over here and put the 1 over there and change this to a 0. Now the M91 that's issued for the x-axis knows to look at input 1 for that home switch. So that's what you got to do when you create a custom home program. And effectively, you've been doing that with the procedure that you've outlined there in the thread, where you're going back into the wizard and changing it to match your custom home program. All it's doing is stuffing these numbers here, your input numbers, in the right locations for you to match your custom home program. So you can continue to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you can just come in here and change it, one or the other. Good luck. Have fun. Bye-bye.